think I said that right. Sounds right. Meneer ja, ze goed Arend Veenstra. Het mooi Gina Anneesa. For our English-speaking audience, good evening. I guess it's good morning for most of you in the English-speaking world. It is well into night, as you can see behind me. My name is Arend Veenstra. This is my lovely wife, Anneesa. I haven't figured out how to say lovely in Russian yet, so maybe one day.
Maybe.
Bolshoya? No, that's the wrong one. That's big. You know,
My
big
wife. No.
Krasiva would be beautiful.
You're asking the wrong person.
I don't know, something like that. I'm not that skilled yet. I find the light is still kind of bright tonight. So when you see us drinking this is actually our water. It's just convenient to drink out of a bottle. And this is actually our well water. Very clear, beautiful, yummy well water. Very delicious. All right, what do we got today? We should start thinking of agendas and topics for the day. Okay?
Yeah, you could.
Do you have a topic for today?
I don't know.
No, neither do I. Answering questions is always fun. Kurt, Aaron, try to install gas while there is support from the regional government and opportunity. There is actually no opportunity here because our village does not have gas yet. They have put the lines in the village itself, but apparently it's not available yet. So possibly next year, not sure. Good evening, everyone, from Nikolai. How would you say the next one? Ray?
I don't know. Read.
I have never seen a name like that, I don't think. Let's say Rehino. Good evening, wonderful family. Have you already fallen in love with tea? You know, we did drink tea in Canada. I drink by far much more coffee than tea. You drink tea more? Well, you never drink coffee.
Yeah, I don't.
When was the last time you had a coffee?
I think I only had a coffee once in my life, maybe. Terrible. It's awful.
I can't believe I married her. Eh? I didn't ask her that question beforehand, I guess. It wasn't in the job interview. Eh? I drink a lot of tea now, much more. Especially the last week or two, I've really been trying to cut back on caffeine. So I only drink maybe 2-3 cups of coffee a day now. Which may seem extreme to some of you, but that is very, very good for me. I would have drank probably 10 or more a day before that. So, and that was already pretty conservative because earlier on in my marriage, I would have drank 2 or 3 pots a day.
Yeah, it's awful.
Of course, I worked a lot back then too. Gregory, greetings from Belarus. Let's watch. Thank you, Vlados. Whoa, I hate when it does that. Good evening. Thank you, sir. As we're just talking about chai, this is a chamomile chai.
Can I just have a cup?
Good evening. Hello, Batinoka. Greetings, Aaron and Anneesa. How are children with ice? So I think we covered that a little bit last week, but they had huge improvements. They had to do testing afterwards, right? Well, in the middle as well.
Yeah.
Was it 15 days total, 10 days total? Forget.
10 days, yeah.
So halfway through they did tests on their eyes and there was some improvement, which is good. And then at the end they did tests again and it was significant improvement. Your Anna went from 30% in one eye to 70?
No, 50.
Okay, anyway, still significant improvement.
Yeah.
Where is the light? Good evening. Which light? There's one right behind the camera. Behind, you can't see it, but it's back there.
They can see it, actually.
Can they? Oh yeah, there you go, right here. Right there. That's a reflection of the light behind the camera. The wires are in here. We are using electricity up here, but we're not done. Anneesa just finished painting this side. This is the kitchen we're sitting in. It's all painted. The walls are painted here now. The rest is not yet painted, so we do not have electricity or lights hooked up here yet. Just basement so far. Oh, but you're not supposed to even know it's painted yet. Like,
No, but it's kind of obvious.
it is. Hi, what online homeschooling program do you use? Why have you chosen it? from Nico. Great question. I haven't got a clue. What are you using?
Bunch
You
of
know what it's
stuff.
called? A bunch of different stuff? Yeah.
One of them was easy peasy.
Mm-hmm. That's a nice one. We still use some of our books from back home as well. We took workbooks and stuff home, so they use some of that. And then that as well.
Yeah, I can't look at the other one right now.
An upcoming video, I think. Sometime we will have to do video on. Bonjour. We have a Frenchman or French woman. Bonjour. Tasted. Hi. Today, new video. No video today. No, we're. It's been awfully busy actually. A lot going on. We had a big meeting this week in the city. There was a bunch of people here, and just regarding, that was this week, right? Yeah, Wednesday. So regarding immigration, Western immigration, and what Nijni has to offer, and it's very informative, very good. So that took up some of our time, and then building here and stuff, and I haven't been feeling that well for the last couple of weeks, months. So we had some doctor's appointments and things to get to. So yeah, a lot going on. But probably Sundays, I don't think we'll be putting a video out anymore. We do the lives. That's that takes up a fair bit of time already.
Kind of gives me a day of rest not having to edit.
That's right. So, and we kind of enjoy this. It's a nice chance to chat with you guys. And otherwise, we're going to continue trying to get at least 4 videos a week if we can. But it's, you know, sometimes there's not much going on, and other times there is, but we're just busy. Eliana, hi from Oakville. Oh, my bad. I got some. Turn on the subtitles. Oh, I missed one here too. God bless you and your family. Thank you, Roberto. Valentina, lots of love. Looks like Svetlana. Turn on the subtitles. They are not available on YouTube Lives unless you watch it with a Yandex browser, I believe. Correct?
Yeah, or until after.
Maria, yes, it's time to learn English. I think my English is pretty good. Hi from Oakville. Victor, hello from Brazil. Michael, tell us what Father Joseph from Yaroslavl region told you. Oh, we just had a nice visit. We've known Joseph for me, I
over
guess,
the internet.
Just through the internet, yeah. I've spoken with him lots over the last 2.5 years, probably. He was one of my first Russian contacts. I got to get them in order, right? I guess Dmitry was first, which I'm hoping to have an interview with him sometime as well. He's from Moscow. And then John Hare over in Altai. Excellent, wonderful family. Really appreciate them and all the help they've been as well. And then Timor. That's how we got a hold of Timor. And then through Timor, we got a hold of Father Joseph, as well as a few other immigrants, Western immigrants here. And so we can just bounce ideas back and forth and try to figure out the best game plan for our family. So we didn't really tell us anything specifically while we're here, just had a nice visit. This was actually the first time that we met face to face after 2.5 years. He came to visit this area for the same meeting I mentioned. He dropped in here with 3 of his children. Had a great visit. Alexei, hello from St. Pete. Raw cat opinion. Can I ask how you get internet and what speed? Just off our phones right now. We hotspot to the laptop from our phones. I have no idea what speed. How would I figure that out?
I don't know. I never understood that.
Good evening, our dear Russian Canadians from Valentina. Thank you. Andrew Smith, have you already changed your tires to winter tires? It's important. No, I have not. I looked at the stack at the store the other day. I walked in, I'm like, oh yeah, it's that time of year again. Up until a few years ago, I had never owned a pair of winter tires, even though they recommended them in Ontario. We just drove with normal tires and it's fine. Now it's law, isn't it? They're not yet.
In Canada it is.
I think it is. You have to have winter tires in the winter, but it never used to be that way. And
we had all seasons.
yeah, all season tires. Yes. Yeah, that makes a huge difference. A softer rubber, but winter tires is nice, and I will be getting some very soon. Evgeny, while there is no gas, you can heat with pellets. I considered that. Andre, hello from Moscow. Olga, good evening from England. Administrator, auto transfer, turn on. Translate probably. Hi from Siberia. Percy, could Anneesa explain what was that liquid in sealed bag that came in a jar as a gift on the last video? Where would you buy it in Ontario?
I don't know.
You don't know where to buy it?
It's Kombucha. So
probably she could find it online, or he.
Yeah, maybe online. Probably online.
You might be able to buy a source or
So
something.
kombucha is a drink. It's a fermented drink. It's a fermented tea, actually. I used to make it, and apparently this person must have went back through our videos and noticed that I made it, so they gifted us it. The first one was the actual, I don't know the actual term for it, but I call it the mother. So it's a layer of this yucky looking film that sits on top of the tea, and the second bag was the actual starter. So when you first start a batch, you need some sort of culture to start it. So you would throw that in the jar, or in this case, that drinking jar that they gave us, and then you would fill it with, I use green tea, and then you add sugar, and then it sits there for a couple of weeks, it ferments, and then you drink it, and it's really
Very yummy and very healthy.
Yeah, in small amounts. You're not supposed to drink too much because you can get acidosis, but in small amounts, it's good for you. I was just really excited because I had to get rid of our mother. I had somebody gave it to me.
I gotta turn that down. That light's hard on the eyes.
Somebody gave it to me in Canada. That's where I got my original. And you can just literally, as it grows, you'll see it'll get thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker. It honestly looks absolutely disgusting.
The mother, yeah, it's like
mother.
It's like a big nasty looking mushroom hanging out on top, or like
yeah, it's like a fungus.
Basically it is, yeah.
So like the person that gave it to me literally just broke it in half and gave me a layer, and that's where I got my original one too. But
salutations from the United States. Thank you, Alexei. Why did you decide to make 120 volt electricity at your house? We didn't. No idea what you're talking about. We have 220 volts here. I don't think 120 is an option in Russia. Russian tourist, hello from Regina, Saskatchewan. Ragnara, hello from Georgia. Tatiana, good evening. Arend and Anneesa, you went to Moscow to shoot the program. Is there any information when it will be on the air? No, we haven't heard anything about it. I don't know.
It might never air.
Maybe not.
Yeah. Maybe.
They didn't like our video, I guess. Maybe they won't put theirs up. I don't know. Don't know anything about it. Maria Okanova, so the light is on. Is everything okay with electric lighting? It's not all on yet. Like none of the wires upstairs here are doing anything. Oh, we have one. Yeah, we have one plug behind us here that we're using. Right there, the white one. If you can see that one right there. It's hooked up. The electrician's hooked it up, so we have some power up here while we finish renovating. Other than that, nothing is up here yet. But we have electricity in the house at least. Arend, when is your birthday? February 25th. We're actually like super close together. Hers is March 8th and February 25th. Vlados, Arend has a good rest during the winter. I hope so. Alexandra Shukai, do you have the opportunity to remove your village and land from the copter?
No idea.
Remove, maybe view. Maybe you mean view it from the copter? Like a helicopter? Not sure. Yanizhnayo. Mac, good evening, friends. Arend, you look younger without a cap. No, yeah? Maybe. I like wearing a cap. Thank you very much, though. Damer, hello from Ekaterinburg. Kurt, by the time the gas is connected to the village, it will be too late. Pipes must first be laid to your house. Yeah, it's not a priority of all the things that I got to do right now. It's just not a huge priority at the moment. We'll get to it. Galina, hello. Baktinoka, thank you for your answer. All the brightest and clearest to you. Thank you. Administrator, who is there in American fumbling with ours? Ask for auto translation to turn on. Yanizhnayo. Versus, good evening from Kuzbas, South Siberia. Vlad, greetings from Chuvashia. Benaya, must feel odd to say I have a great president after living in the West so long. Yeah, it does. You know, it's funny. I don't trust the police and I don't trust politicians. And now coming here, I've talked to multiple police and they're super friendly guys. And just doing their job. As most of the ones in the West are too. It's just the last few years, there's been a lot of unpleasant things, I guess. Enforcing government stuff. So, and then politicians, in Canada, yeah. And then politicians, I don't trust any. I don't think it really matters. I mean, you should go out and vote. You should exercise your democratic right. But left and right, it's all going in the wrong direction. And here it's nice to see there's much better leadership. Alexei, do you like Terrence and Philip cartoons? I have never heard of them. No idea. Ivan, good evening. Good fella. Hello from Serbia. Beautiful family. Thank you. Michael, greetings from Moscow. Leah Locke, good afternoon from New Brunswick, Canada. Family's looking great. God bless. Thank you. I feel like we know some Lockies. No?
I don't.
The name sounds familiar. C-Dot, hello from home. Hello. Alexei, why did you decide to make 120? I answered that already. We didn't. We don't have 120 volts. Maybe you're speaking about Canada. In Canada, that's what you get. You have 120 volts in Canada in your house. And you can have 120, well, you have 240, but all appliances in Canada are 120, except for your water heater, your stove, your, I don't know what else, clothes dryer, things like that. Everything else is 120 volts in Canada. Our house here in Russia is 220 volts. Stop eating crackers. Hello from Belgrade. Can you install winter garden there in that climate? I think you can, depending on what you're planning on growing in a garden. You can extend the season by, we did this in Canada before, and we know other people who have, and you just build a like a glass covering or a hoop over top of stuff. Many things like peas, cabbage, lettuce. Correct me if I'm wrong, you know all this stuff, I don't. So.
I didn't hear the question. I was
growing them longer into the season by covering them.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So there's cold weather crops that'll grow very well, even in the winter, covered in snow. So the ground doesn't really freeze very soon. The ground is generally at 5 degrees temperature, and the frost comes in from the top down. And if you can keep an area covered, you can grow for several months, even with snow out there. Even snow is actually good because it's instant.
Yeah, even carrots, you can cover them up and.
Now, if you dig out an area of ground first and you put layers of organic matter in there and manure and things like that, then that will decompose throughout the winter and that'll generate its own heat, and people will also grow and stuff like that. But it still has to be covered because the frost will come from the top and kill off your plant. What would you like to get from Canada? A little gift. Anything you need? Yeah, today I was thinking chalk for my chalk line. I always use a specific chalk, and I have a specific chalk line. I have for years struggled with all these bad chalk lines, not good quality, and I have really good ones now. I specifically went and bought 2 new ones before I left, and but they take a specific chalk, and I didn't bring the chalk, and now I'm out. Now I found out that I'm here, I can actually buy those chalk lines here. They are available on Ozone. They can ship them in from somewhere.
So you should be able to get the chalk.
But I have not been able to find the chalk yet. So today my red chalk line was empty, and I was like, oh, I really need some chalk.
I thought today is plumbing, like plumber's glue.
They probably have it. Plumbers, yeah. Black ABS pipe. The yellow glue you're talking?
Yeah, like glue that goes in. It's a glue thing because I thought that would be handy.
Today is Father's Day in Russia. Today in Russia is Father's Day. Congratulations to Arend. He is a real father. Congratulations to Arend. Thank you very much. My wife actually found that out through the comments.
I think so, yeah.
So she came out during the day today. She says, Happy Father's Day.
Yeah.
And I have no idea what time of year Father's Day is. I think ours is in June or something.
In June in Canada, yeah.
So I thought it was the wrong time of year, but what do I know?
Yeah.
Zoya, hello, big family. Have you heard anything about Dobrograd? Some migrants are moving there. It is a young city in the Vladimir region. It is possible to both buy and rent housing there. Never heard of it.
We honestly do not hear much.
No, we don't.
Like, we're very...
Even here in Nizhny, we hear about stuff later on from other people, and we're like, oh, I didn't know that.
No, we had no idea.
There's events. When I went to this, or we went to this event, discussing Western immigration and things like that. On the screen, they were showing all sorts of cool statistics about our city. Now, I really love our region. I think it's one of the greatest regions in the country, and I think our city is really great, and they're doing a great job. But there was just stuff on the board. It's like I had no idea.
Yeah, we were like looking, or like even the touristy stuff that they were saying.
Some
I'm like,
events
I didn't know they had that here.
They held this event and they held that event. Really? When was that? So,
yeah,
we've been too busy, I guess.
Well, we just don't have the news like everyone else.
True.
Right?
Yeah. Happy Father's Day. Administrator subtitles do not work in online mode. Will appear when the video is posted in the recording. Yes. Damon, good evening from Germany. Good evening. Anastasia, hello from Siberia. Ksenia? Dotsenko. Hello. Unfortunately, it's time to go to bed in Siberia. Just wanted to say hello. Admire your family. Russia is very big, so wish you all a good live session. Thank you very much. Good night. Dobry вечер. Alexander, has the family arrived? The one you've been waiting for? Not yet. Another couple of weeks, I think, yet. They had to wait for an appointment at the embassy in Georgia. And then once they get their paperwork processed and done, then they'll be coming. Excuse me. Svetlana, with the subtitles will be tomorrow. That is what YouTube always does, dear. Administrator, they'll speak Russian faster while I'm learning. Alexander, good evening, everyone. Irina, hello, everyone who knows English. Translate. Messenger, we love you. Whoops. Stanley, hello, Countryside Acres family. Kirill, hi from Moscow. Kyle, what requirements do you need to get a Russian citizenship?
Patience.
Well, patience, yeah. a lot of Russian patience and Russian resilience and a lot of other good Russian qualities that we don't yet possess.
Patience.
I am actually amazed. Hats off. Russian people are far more patient and long-suffering, yes, than most of the people in the world. I think they put up with a lot.
Yep.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's great character.
Absolutely.
Because most of us, it's
something
like we want to
learn from for sure.
And I don't know how many times I'm like, well, why is it like that? And they're just like, it's Russian.
Yeah,
so
but
it's funny.
Yeah, I think it's great character.
It is. In all seriousness, though, we needed, well, it used to be you needed immigration quota, and then that would lead to temporary residency after a language test. Then you need to wait about a year, and then you can do another language test to get your permanent residency. And then there's a waiting period, I think it's like 3 years or something. The whole process is like 5-6 years. Now it has changed. There's no more immigration quota. We can go straight to temporary residency based on the new presidential decree, but it still is going to take like 5 years probably at least before you become citizens. So unless some miracle happens. Dennis Friesian, greetings from Germany near the Netherlands. Vlad, I'll look at it later. Thank you. Zoya, happy Father's Day, Aaron. You are the best father. I wish you all your farm dreams come true. Thank you very much. Messenger, we love you. The Lynx himself, Kitten Waves, Peter Frowine. Hand waving. Anton, good evening, Aaron and Anneesa. All the best to you and God bless you. Thank you. Messenger, we love you. Good fella. It was nice, Father Joseph, visiting you guys. Yeah, we really enjoyed it. Like I said, I've known him for a long time and spoke with him a lot. He also writes a vlog. I should probably advertise that sometimes. It's a wealth of information for any Westerners that want to come. But I think it's good for Russians too. There's a lot of good information about government policies that the government here is implementing, and helps give a good, clear picture of what's going on. And also from a scriptural side, if you're at all curious about the Orthodox Church, he obviously is an Orthodox priest, and he writes about those things as well. And so there's just a lot of interesting information that you may find useful and you didn't know about. I can't think of his blog's name off the top of my head right now, though. So you see it there? Father Joe's newsletter, Moving to Russia. I don't know if that's what it's actually called, though. Does it say on the bottom what it's called? Because you can subscribe. Yeah, Father Joe's. So F.R. Joe's newsletter. Anneesa will try to put it on the page. Anyway, he writes those obviously to support his family. And so if you're able to support him in that way, that's great. But just a lot of good information. Yeah. Valerie, what is the point of them going to Dobrograd? They have a quota in the Nizhny Novgorod region, not in Vladimir region. Plus, they need fields, not beautiful houses. Oh, Valerie, I don't think they meant that for us. They're just asking if we had heard about it for others, maybe. Yeah, we're not moving. We like it in Nizhny. This is where we want to be. Dimitri, hi from Nizhny. Jax, hello from Kapuskasing, Ontario. There you go. Good old Kapuskasing. You guys got snow up there yet or not? Alexei, hello. How high are ceilings in your house? It looks like the same height as Arend. No, they're taller than me. I'm 6'3". Ceilings here are 8 feet. Guess that means nothing in centimeter world. Maria, hello. Teresa and Steve sending love. Great Sunday. Hello to all the Russian people. Love from Mitchell, Ontario. Administrator, they need a lot of land. They don't need 10 acres for free. Good fellow, sauerkraut and winter tires are a must have. Yeah, I like sauerkraut. Look forward to making that again. That's what we used to have too. These great big, you see my hands, big clay pots, crocks we call them, but not like the ones you wear, like a clay crock, big tall ones. We had a whole whack of different sizes, and you can find them. They're actually made in Medicine Hat, Alberta. A lot of the ones that we had. They're hard to find, but you can get them at yard sales and auction sales and things like that. And actually, we did find a place that sold new ones still.
Yeah,
Remember on the
States.
islands?
In the States, they were a fortune to
Yeah,
ship
they're
them.
not cheap. Anyway, Anneesa would use those to make sauerkraut in. So, something I haven't seen here yet, but would be nice. Messenger, I am praying for you all. You know, that's one of the greatest things you can do. I really appreciate that, because without the will of God, without his help, we'd be long lost. We believe we're here by his grace and at his bidding, and we hope to fulfill his plan for us, whatever that is here, and live according to his will. Prayers are always appreciated. Ariel, I'm proud of you guys. How do you get to Russia with little or no money? Depends on what little to no money means. Obviously, plane tickets alone cost something. Like for us to get here, what did I figure it was? 15,000?
15,000.
Roughly it cost us to get here.
We're a large
dollars.
family, though.
We are a large family, yes. So it's not cheap, and then you need hotel stays. You got to pay for your paperwork. You got to, legal fees. You need to buy a house. I tell a lot of people, you can buy a house. There's village houses around. You can buy one for $15,000-$20,000. It's possible. It's going to need work. It's not going to be like brand new. Obviously, it's an old house, but it will have gas and electricity and water. But the problem is that you're really remote. Then, if you're okay to live like that, then that's fine. But if you need a job, and a good paying job, then you kind of need to be closer to the city, and that's a bit of a problem. That's why most of the villages are empty. A lot of people leave and they move to the city to get better pay, and that's why houses in the villages are cheaper. I have no idea what a house in the city would cost. I don't know. I've never looked it up. I guess I have no desire to live in the city. As a farmer, we make our income, or we hope to, off the land. That's what we did, and therefore we can live out here in the country and grow our own food. If you're able to grow your own food, raise your own chickens, all those things, and of course your cost of living will be a lot lower. But if you're not able or willing to do those things, then you need to eat, and you need to look at realistically what that's going to cost you to survive.
Eggs are cheap, though. Chickens.
Many things are dirt cheap. And then if you really like eating meat, of course you're going to spend a lot of money. If you're not a big fan of meat, and you can survive on potatoes and veggies, and you're going to survive a lot longer with a lot less money. So it so depends on the people. I don't know what the bare minimum would be, but you need to have a plan in mind for making money. You can't come here and expect the government to feed you. For one, I don't believe that's the government's job, and for two, I don't believe there's anything available for them. Like, why would they bring in immigrants and then have them live on welfare? So you need to have a plan to come here and earn an income of some kind. Very important. Whatever that might be. So I don't know. It really depends. How to get to Russia with little money. I mean, you can do it, absolutely. And then you got to just hustle and work. If you have an entrepreneurial mindset, then I think the sky is the limit. There's so many opportunities in Russia, but you need to have the right mindset and the willingness to put the extra work in to do it. Ernie Douglas, I'm from Western Canada, where Countryside Acres has lived before. We are farther north than where Countryside Acres is living now in Siberia. Our winters are virtually the same. Yep, I agree. So we were going to move to Baytree, Alberta, which is quite a ways north. I think that's about the same elevation as here, roughly. Or not elevation, latitude. And very similar weather, absolutely. Have them been connected to electricity? Yes. Mallory, give them a thumbs up. All right, thumb her up, people. Thumb, 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 thumb. Click the thumbs up. Let's crank it up. Russian speaker daughter to the studio. Russian speaker daughter in the studio. She's actually babysitting right now. Cassiana, we really miss your videos and look forward to watching them. Your life appeared to be very addictive. Hope the electricity and warmth will come to your house ASAP. We have electricity and we have warmth. It's very comfy. Lena, good evening. Greetings from Bashkira. Ariel, no jobs in America. That is sadly a growing problem, and it's only going to get worse as the economy, not the American economy, well, there's two, but as the Western economies continue to falter and stumble and crash, there will be less and less jobs available. Companies are moving out and they're moving to other countries, and those jobs are going to other countries. Here locally, again at this meeting, I learned more about Nizhny Novgorod. There is a pile of jobs available. I don't know how much they pay. I haven't got a clue, but there are more and more openings, and economy is booming, and business is booming, and there's work. Where is the light? Dimitri, are you plugged? I mean electricity? Yes, we are. Ivan, good evening from Chuvassia. Administrator, and the kombucha has also grown in Canada. Yes. Svetlana, flowers. Imagination, hello from New Zealand. Jame, biological mother and vinegar like starter liquid contains the stuff that makes the tea sugar part of kombucha. Yes. Vadim, welcome. Minsk. Ariel, your electricity doesn't consist of power lines?
You need to go back and watch our videos.
Yes, we have power lines coming in, electricity lines coming into the house. I just want to say hello, language problems. Salam from Kazan. Salam. Simon, hi from Slovenia. Hello. Good fella. 220 is standard in Europe and Rush. Whereabouts are you near Nizhny? I just moved to the area from Calgary. No way. Nicholas Newman. We're about an hour south of Nizhny. Shoot me an email sometime. We can probably meet up in the city. LLC, I think Anneesa is going to post. Yeah, she'll post the email letters. Nizhny Novgorod, greetings. Did you get electricity? Yes, we do. Bad. Yeah, I'm going to skip down a way. Sorry, I missed your try again. Sharon, blessed Sunday from Chile, Saskatchewan. Zoya, you can check it by internet. This week, Maria Butina had visited to Dobrograd. You can check it in internet, and maybe your friend. There's some place for them. Yes, maybe. Maybe. Great opportunity. I don't know Dobrograd. I don't even know where it is. But I do know that Nizhny is very welcoming, excellent government, good support, and lots going on here. So, and the climate, yeah. For most of us from Canada, it's going to be a very easy adjustment here. So far, it's very warm. I'm surprised. Like, we don't even have snow, nothing yet. It's very nice. Reaction TV, 8 children. Thank you. You brought what is pleased with. Yeah, Fiona, how soon the kitchen will be done? Can't wait to see recipes from Anneesa. You and me both. I'm looking forward to having her cooking in the stove here. Eh? I'm actually sitting in the oven right now. Yeah. When's the last time you had an oven, my dear? Well, the motorhome had
a small oven.
Small little oven.
Yeah. I don't know. We had a oven, like a wood stove oven. Mm-hmm. But it didn't work. Yeah, so our last place was off grid. We had no power line connection. We had solar panels, and our only oven cook stove was a wood fired cook stove. So you had to heat the fire up. Yeah. And that's how we cooked our food. Then we had to keep it going the whole time. And it was an old one from 1914, I think it was built. Yeah. Not the most efficient. 1904. 1904? Yeah, not the most efficient stove in the world. It was fun, but I'm so looking forward to having it. It was beautiful. That's why we bought it. Yeah, but I'm so looking forward to having an oven again that we can just pop something. It's before that. Temperature. Before Manitoulin Island, we lived in Saskatchewan, and that was a really nice house. Between that, we had lived in a camper too. Oh yeah, we did too. Yeah, we lived in a camper. But anyway, we lived in Saskatchewan, and it was a really nice house. Like, didn't need any work. We moved into that. We just bought it, and it had a nice stove and ovens, and I got good cooking in there. I'll be spoiled here too. I like that. That sounds nice. Redmila, Peter, Frauing, hello there. Rishit, everyone just press like button. Yeah, hit the like button. We still got lots of room for more thumbs up on the scale. Artem, hello ladies and gentlemen. Glad to see you. Thank you. Rayo flight in dark realm. Just today I watched your wedding video. My honest opinion is that you look very much the same, maybe just a little tired after building 3 or 4 farms and raising 9 children. Yeah, I feel tired. A little bit older, I think. There's a lot more gray. Well, there was no gray when I got married. I find there's a lot more old blemishes on my face. Yeah, wrinkles and things like that. Lines are getting deeper. Memory lines, I say. Not too bad. But very tired, yes. Sergey, привет.
Togliata greets you and wish fantastic new life in Russia. Thank you very much. Good fella, comrade, our team. Privyet. Evgeny, good evening. How do you connect to the internet? Are tariffs cheaper or more expensive compared to Canada? Oh, way cheaper. We just use our phones for internet. My phone bill, for what I have now, my phone bill would be $120 in Canada, and here, $6. So, like, not even comparable.
$6.
That's less than 10%. Right? No, it's like 5% of my bill. Yeah. So 120 Canadian in Canada, $6 Canadian here.
They said the tea mushroom looks good, like a jellyfish, but I think she meant a jellyfish.
Yes,
True.
Yeah, so, jellyfish. Yeah, I can see that one.
Yeah.
Met Groningen. Greetings from Tante Maya from Groningen.
Yeah, thank you for our gift.
Hartelijk bedankt, Tante Maya. Yes, we received your gift today. No, not today. This week.
Yeah.
2 days ago?
Maybe. Losing some connection.
Hello to Nice Family and to all good people from channel. SJ, so far, what are the things you most value in regards to living in Russia? Freedom. It's so hard to explain to people. And, you know, I had a conversation with somebody today and said, really, Canada wasn't that bad yet. You could still live. Like, some stuff makes way more sense to me in Canada than here. And so it's like, you know, it wasn't that bad. But what was coming, that's the terrible part. We knew what was coming. And what I see coming here is so much better. And honestly, we lived in a worry. We're not supposed to worry. As Christians, we should trust in God and give it all to Him. But there was always this worry of the future for our children. What would they do? How can we afford to farm? Our goal is to help them as much as we can, purchase land. My one Opa, my grandfather and his wife, my grandparents, I guess, helped purchase farms for all 5 of their sons, and as far as I know, they helped their 3 daughters as well. And that's always something that we really admired and appreciated and wanted to be able to do. And in Canada, that was impossible. There's no way. Here in Russia, I think something that we can do. But also just religiously, just for the future, it looks very bleak in Canada. So what I value the most, I think it's freedom. Yeah. I like to say good evening from Dubai. I'm originally from Moscow, but living in Dubai for the past 15 years. I also have 5 children and every day waiting for new video with your great family. Good luck for your family. Thank you very much. I still find it hard to believe. You know, I looked at the numbers again the other day and the amount of views we're getting on a video. It's still staggering. How come all these people are interested in watching us? It's very humbling. You said something, what, 15 million views or something?
16 million
16
on our channel.
Like 16 million. It's just unbelievable. We're glad you guys appreciate it.
Yeah, it's cool though.
I really enjoyed it.
I really enjoy the community, right?
Yeah, that too. Leo, $49.99 super chat from Leo P. My love and support from SoCal, Los Angeles, I think it would be. Southern California, USA, to my most favorite Russian family. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And God bless you as well. All right, and that's it's just cool because, like you said, it's a family. There's people from like Korea, Japan, California, Mexico, yeah, all over the place. It's just wild. Good fella, good evening, brother. Dreamers, visit the southern seas next summer or spring, also possible. Jellyfish there, safe. If it stings, then very little burn. The southern seas, like the Black Sea, do you have jellyfish? I'd like to go. We don't have time this year, but I'd love to go down to Crimea.
I have a whole list of places I would like to see, but I'm like, you know what? You said the other day about going back to Moscow, and I'm like, no. I want to go in the warmest time because I don't want to have to bundle up and be like cold the whole time. I want to go when it's warm.
Yeah. This is not a very good tea. It's already cold.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah. Laura, hello. Sending love from Owen Sound, Ontario. Your story is so inspiring. Thank you very much. Vladimir, good luck to you in life, joy, and health to your children with respect from the neighboring Ivanovo region.
That's a nice region, too. Ivanovo.
We almost moved there.
Lots of farmland. When we drove through that, we could not believe the miles and miles of farmland there. Yeah,
Internet is much cheaper in Russia than in Canada. Absolutely. Honey, question, can you share what Russia laws are about abortion?
Not sure.
I don't know what
they're
they are.
getting better.
Yeah, they're getting better. It's obviously still allowed here, but they are working on it and they are changing things to a lot of education prior to people being allowed to do an abortion, which I think is very good, obviously.
Abortion is not.
No, we don't agree with abortion. Dreamers, the farmers' problem is they cannot really visit the south in summer, according to custom, to enjoy the sea and the beach. Very true. Yeah. Where I'm from, in my scope and reality, and my wife's too, farmers don't really go on much holidays because they usually can't afford it. The first time I really heard of that, I went to Western Canada, and some of these bigger farmers, they'd go for like a 3-week holiday someplace nice in the wintertime. And I was like, wow, that must be nice. Mm-hmm. Now, we did go camping trips and things like that growing up, and you and I have always tried to take a couple of weeks every year and go someplace. But we've just had a 1-year holiday almost in Russia now. So. Ariel, about 10,000. What's that for? Mm-hmm. Good fella, your smartphone internet in Russia is $6 to $7 a month. Mm-hmm. Yep, very cheap. Svetlana, good evening, Aaron. What district of our region are you living in? We are in Nizhny Novgorod. Oh, what district? What's it called?
No idea.
I should know that. Yeah, Nizhny. Talked to Daniel, a Mexican-American guy yesterday. He said he met you in Nizhny Novgorod a few days ago. Yes, yeah, it's nice to meet him. I've never, I've seen some videos and stuff that he's on, of course, but I had never actually met him, so that was nice. Super nice guy, very nice guy. Could you make a video about canning for the winter? I'm really interested in potatoes.
When I get my kitchen.
Yeah, you're probably not going to do much of that this year, eh? Canning one. I see they ride horses into Moscow. Interesting. I've never thought I would see people moving to Russia from Canada. Well, you are going to see many, many more because a lot of people are planning on coming. There is people from all over the world who are coming. I don't know when, but I literally believe we are just the tip. There is tons of interest in people coming. Jack, we don't have snow yet, but it won't be long. Right now, it's 13 degrees and cloudy. We still have warm temperature in the 20s. Oh, that is nice. Yeah, we're going warmer now. I think we're going to be 11 degrees the next couple of days during the day. Nighttime's cooler, but can't complain with that. But it'll be coming. You guys will get snow up there soon. For those who forgot, he is up in Kapuskasing, Ontario, which is what we class as Northern Ontario. Latitude-wise, it's still well below us. It's like 49th parallel, probably, and we are sitting at the 56, I think, here. But just the way geographically, the way Canada works, it's Northern Ontario is much colder than the same latitude in Western Canada. How big is your family? We have 8 children. No, we have 9 children. We have 8 children here with us. We have 9 children, if you're talking about that. Otherwise, I am the youngest of 10 children. My parents had 10 children, and your parents had 4 children. They still don't speak Russian? Oh, choo-choo. 50-50. Eh? Good fella. 8 out of 10 Canadians know they will never be able to buy a house. Probably more than that now. Probably more. Some rich people own like 4 houses, but unfortunately, a lot of the young people, you can't save fast enough anymore for houses. They just go up so fast. Mom said, learn English. Ariel, no jobs in America. Evgeny, respect for you guys. Nassar, Russia is not for beginners for sure. Jammin, still got no electricity? We have electricity. Curious, do you like ice hockey? Yes, I do. Torpedo Nizhny Novgorod is a local club. You can visit one for fun. Mm-hmm. We did a video of one last year. The government actually gave us some tickets shortly after we came. Mm-hmm. It was very nice. So we took the whole family out. Consciously aware. Plus, if you want to work in Russia, you need to know the language. Yes, that's a good idea. Rukeen, cool. You are live. Hi from Ontario, close to Sandbanks. One day I might be there on Russia. Very nice. Pete, hi guys. Between USA, South America, and Russia, why specifically Russia? Oh, that was pretty easy. So a lot of people have been asking me, why not Poland? I get that one a lot. And you know what? Go read the news. I don't know if it's in Western news, but I see it on my news. Poland is in the process of passing a bill right now legalizing same-sex unions. That was step number 1 for Canada. 15 years ago, yeah, around there, 16, 17 years ago maybe. Step number 1. And that'll never happen in Poland. Well, they're working on passing the bill. Why? It's Western pressure. In order for them to get the dollars and funds and all this other stuff, if you want to be part of the World Bank, if you need any kind of a loan from the International Monetary Fund, all of this stuff, it's all tied together. It all comes with conditions and strings attached. Same reason Ukraine is now allowed all this same-sex nonsense. That's how you have to behave if you want to be part of it. Look at Georgia. Georgia just put out a bill against homosexual propaganda, and now they're threatening to kick them off the list of the EU and also putting sanctions on Georgian politicians. It goes hand in hand. And so now back specifically, why not USA? If we couldn't leave Canada, which actually for a while, believe it or not, we were not legally allowed to leave the country during COVID. We couldn't leave. And that was very concerning for people. So some people did charter private jets because they could afford it and they left. We were not able to afford that. So within Canada, Western Canada is by far your best choice. That's where the most conservative minded people are, the ones that are willing to take a stand for truth. Outside of Canada, if you can't go overseas, I would say the States is your next best bet. Pick a conservative state and hold on for best. But the problem's still there. Just like in Western Canada, the problems are still there. And the pressure is still there, and it's just a matter of time. Western Canada is just X amount of years behind Eastern Canada. And the states, some states are holding on, but even in the most conservative states, they are already very liberal compared to God's word. South America is some good choices, but for us geographically, it would be a real challenge climate-wise. If you're going to be moving down there to farm, I know people who went to South America, they didn't stay long, they came back. It's very hard to adapt to a new climate. For people coming from Australia to Canada, it's an adaptation. For us coming from Canada to here, it's no different. I mean, literally, if nobody spoke, we would have no idea that we were living in Russia. It looks and feels like Canada. It's the same climate. We're used to all this. So for us to farm here, not a big deal. And for any other Canadian coming, not an issue. You are just going to blend right in. We look the same as them. We act the same. It's the same climate. So it's a very easy decision. Now, the other thing with Russia is that Russia stands for truth, and it has made these anti-homosexual propaganda laws. It is allowing Christianity to spread. It is, building churches. There's just a lot of good policy. Family first. Only country in the world that I am aware of that is actively trying to increase its population, trying to encourage people to have more children and larger families. Only country I'm aware of. All the other countries are still parroting climate change and talking about overpopulation, which is absolute nonsense. We have a massive problem on our hands, and the Western world population will be decimated in a few years. The population is continuously aging, and there's just no young people to replace it. So anyway, all of these things together, I believe Russia is the only choice. What are you looking for, Mel? Well, I can't read the comments because you took off with it.
Yeah, I just can't find something. Good.
I can have it back now? Mm-hmm. Now I gotta figure out where I was. Why Anneesa is so sad? I don't think she's sad.
It's my thinking face.
Is that your thinking face? Is this where I was? I don't think so. I don't know where I am. No, we're gonna start right here. They need farmers in Russia. There you go. They have all denominations there, as they do in USA. Artem, I was interested in the district, not the region. Arend, when are you going to complete the exterior? It's cold soon. If it gets cold, it makes no difference on the exterior. I don't understand why people think that siding on the house is not going to make it warmer. It does nothing other than looks. The siding is only for looks. It will not make the house even 1 degree warmer. Nothing. We will be getting the siding, but the important thing is that the inside is ready for the family. I could leave the outside of the house for like another 10 years if I wanted to. It will make no difference. Violetta, as for the wood stove, are you familiar with Russian PEC? It is a heating device and a baking smoking oven in one. No, I am not. Carolyn, live and let live is what I think. If you mind your own business, others will leave you alone no matter where you live. That's actually not true. It used to be true, but it's not true. There is an agenda at play, and people are no longer willing to let you do what you want to do. It offends them just for you living a certain way now, unfortunately. In order not to be cold in Russia, it is necessary to wear furs, not plastic. Artem, Svetlana, thing. MC, I used to live in Nizhny Novgorod for 26 years of my life. I am glad that your family found a new home there. Johnny, they need any and all well-skilled folks in Russia. Andre, are you connected to the mains? Is the house already warm? Yes, the house is warm. We are connected to electricity. Svetlana, Arend himself thought. It seems like a strange sentence. I do think once in a while. Maybe she's, I have no idea.
I think maybe she hit the button. I do that a lot when you're on lives. You hit the button and then it goes.
Oh, maybe the rest of the comment will come here too.
Yeah.
Get the snowmobile, area and skis. All regions are allowed in Canada. All religions, my bad. Johnny, skidoo. Mariah climbed out. Jesus, blessed. How much money does it take to make the move for a family of 5, do you think? Again, I don't know. It depends on your needs. It's so hard to say. It depends on your needs and your skill sets. Just to get here alone, you count on 10,000 for plane tickets. But I don't know what your skill sets are, what you're going to do when you get here. You need to count on surviving at least a year off your savings, I would think, because I don't know where you're going to earn an income. For the first little while, you're not allowed to. Once you get temporary residency, then you're allowed to. But then you need to find an employer who is willing to hire you, and you possibly, I don't know about your particular case, but possibly don't speak any Russian. So good luck finding an employer. I think you should count on at least 1 year living off savings, and so whatever it's going to take to feed you. Thank you for your videos, and your family are awesome. Thank you very much. The road to less travel, hoping to get there before leaving here is no longer an option. World is going berserk. Yes, it is. Quartz, no one cares about you. Calm down.
Yeah, I can't find them.
That's not nice. What's going on? Ibram, do you sleep already in your unfinished house? Sometimes. Robert, will you guys get a gas or electric stove? Gas top and electric oven. Ariel, I'd need a snowsuit. Don't we all? Me too. Wish you the best from the Netherlands. Thank you. Alex, Nizhny Novgorod is in Privyolsky Federal District. Maria, Uzbagoza Quartz. Johnny, all Ukrops, raise your hands. Good fella, pay no attention to Ukro bots. They don't deserve any attention. Hey, Jax, Aaron, do you have a snowmobile in Russia? Do they have? Yes, we've seen tracks for them. I've never actually seen a snowmobile here, but I have seen snowmobile tracks in the ditch. So somebody's got one. I'm just going to guess here, but to me, a snowmobile is a luxury item, more reserved for people with excess income. So I don't imagine there's a lot of snowmobiles around, because people here tend to be more practical and spend it on what they really need. Once again, this is not actually bottled water. This is our water. And it is very yummy. But anyway, they do exist. So I'm sure somebody's got a snowmobile. You are great fellows, Ariel. And I hear it is as hard to learn as English. I'll stay in your lane. Hello, I'm Michigan, not far to go. I'm in Michigan. Do you already have light? Not sure where that happens. Yes, we do. Do you like the weather now? Is it cold? It's normal. This is normal October weather for us. Arena, take care of yourself, dear people. Who sows in labor reaps in radsti. I don't know what that means. More engineers and technical staff. Australians don't flee, they jump like a kangaroo. Just a hello to your wonderful family. Conscious Observer, Ellen from USA, Fatal Bertie. Well, I think house siding sheds water and intercepts sun rays instead of sheeting, etc. At least a durable surface. Well, the material we have on the outside is called a house wrap. That also sheds water, and it's good. We will get it on when we can, but it's not priority. I could have spent a couple of weeks putting it on and then not have the inside ready. It's more important that the inside's ready for the family. We get the flooring and everything else done. And then, you know, my wife and children are looked after, then I can work in the cold on the outside. I can see that without language skills and tons of funds, moving to Russia would be hard, and probably what you're meaning. Yeah, I don't even know if you need tons of funds. You need to be smart with your funds. You can live on very little here because the cost of living is very low. If you have significant savings, you can also take your money and you can put it in a Russian bank account here, and you can get 20% interest at the bank, like a normal bank account, 20% interest. So if you have 100,000, just think of the return you're going to be getting off of that. If you can afford to take 100,000 from there, now you can afford to take a loan out at home if you can get one and bring the money with you and put it in the bank here at 20% interest. All right, and then that's a healthy return every month. So for some people, I think that's a very good idea. And then if you can do it in such a way that you can just live off your savings / interest, then I think you can make it. And then study hard. Ellen, enjoy watching you guys. Vano in Russia, horse. How was the talk with the Orthodox priest? So we've answered it a few times, but he's a good friend of mine, Father Joseph Gleason. He moved from America here 8 years ago with his family, and I've known him for, I don't know, 2.5 years, I think, roughly. This is actually the first time we met face to face. How far away is your closest neighbor? 300 meters, 250 meters. Krill, Aaron, have you found something else yummy for you except that cheese you ate in one of your lives? Something new you've never tried before and you liked so much here? No. I mean, I like a lot of yummy things, but like chocolate, they have that back home. Chips, they have that. You know what? They're missing a lot of chip flavors here. I miss. I miss like ketchup chips, barbecue chips. Never seen those here. Never seen them in the States either. Why are they missing barbecue chips? Salt and vinegar chips.
The States like their chips hot.
They have a lot of chili stuff, like
hot,
spicy.
like
you bite into that and your mouth's on fire. I think that's more like a Mexican thing.
I think that's where I wean myself off of most chips.
Maybe, yeah. So there's a lot of flavors they're missing here. And here they got like some funky stuff, you know, a bag with a crab on it, and a bag with a fish on it, and it's like that's not supposed to be in chips. So I don't know what they taste like. I haven't tried it yet. No, the cheese was the only real new thing for me, I think. I haven't really tried a whole lot of other stuff. Something flies around Arend.
Yeah, it's a fly.
Is it?
A moth, I mean.
20% if you freeze it for a few years or anytime. No, anytime. No. Let me think here through again. I think it's 18% maybe. 18% anytime, and you can take it out anytime. No.
I'm sure there's a charge.
No lock in. No, it's not locked in at 18. At 20%, unless it's 16
was a
at 18.
lock in.
Anyway, it's high. I'd have to look into it again specifically, but there is a portion that is higher if you lock it in for like a 6-month period. And then there's also, now you can get it at any time. There's no lock-in period. And that one's a slightly lower. But it's not for years. It's for a much shorter term than that. Tim, are you planning to provide Russian education for your children? Yes. If you couldn't choose Nizhny, what would have been the second option? Well, Kaluga was high on my list. I was very impressed with Kaluga. I spoke with them over the phone at least once, maybe twice, with government officials from Kaluga. Middle of the night for us in Canada at that time. Very good meeting, very productive, lots of information, and they were very eager for Western immigrants as well. And they had a strong agricultural mindset, so they were really looking for dairy farmers and were willing to help out with that. So it was high on my list, absolutely. I was really impressed. And they ended up being one of the ones as well that offered us immigration quota. There was only 2, I mean, not like we asked all of them, but there was 2 regions, Nizhny being the one and Kaluga being the other one, that both offered us immigration quota. So probably that would have been our other option. We've had our 3rd hard frost here now in Southern Ontario. How about you guys?
Yeah, probably.
3 frosts? I'm sure
Yeah.
we've had any hard frosts.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it killed everything. The watermelon plants are dead.
Mm,
Yeah, we've had some really,
there you go. Shows how much I paid in.
probably more than 3 actually.
What happened?
You know.
It went down. Right here somewhere. I can haul 600,000 in one swipe. Are commercial banks reliable? Yeah, absolutely, they're reliable. Yeah. You know, I asked the same thing. I was worried about that. But Russia has some of the oldest banks in the world. They've been around for a long time without any faults or issues. And the economy here is booming. I don't see any issue why the banks would falter right now. And there's no reason to. The reasons that the Western banks fall is because they're overextended, right? They've issued bad loans. They're selling houses or allowing people to buy houses that really can't afford to buy a house. Quite a few years ago, I read statistics that 80% of Canadians can't afford their debt. Like, really think about that. They can't afford it, meaning they're borrowing more every year to sustain themselves. That's not sustainable. And the banks are lending this money. So no wonder the banks are going to crash and burn, right? They have all this bad debt. Here, they don't have that. Majority of Russians own their home. They don't have a mortgage on their house. It's not a normal thing, which is even mind-blowing. How can most people own their home? Like, it's totally different. I don't see any reason why the banks here would falter or crash. The economy's booming. Things are going well. Business is good. Trade is good. The forecast for the next years looks amazing. I really can't see why there would be an issue with the bank. Angela, I love your family. I've been healing from cancer, and your family gives me hope and great joy. I'm very glad to hear that. Not that I'm glad to hear that you're healing from cancer. I'm sorry that you had cancer. It's such a terrible disease, but I'm glad that we can be a bit of hope for you. Thank you. Johnny, I am worried about bank failures. Vano, can anyone else see all these pixies flying everywhere? I don't know. It must be your screen. I don't see anything.
Well, the odd time there's we have these little things. And we're not sure what they are. They're like little moths.
No, I haven't noticed them flying in front of the screen.
They fly by the light.
Maybe. Cora's Russian is truly amazing. She is beating you all. Yes, she is. Absolutely. George, Angela, God bless. Johnny, Cora is a kid. She absorbs new language like a sponge taking up water. Caroline, interest rates in Russian banks will be 7% in 2026. Oh, it's dropping, is it? Conscious observer, can you come to Russia with a stash of physical silver?
Is that the right street?
Bechtolwanda. Can you come to Russia with a stash of physical silver, or no way that American and Russian authorities would let you travel? I have no idea. No idea. Dimitri, what is the closest community to you? Oops, lost it again. I don't know.
Apparently there's fireworks in the evening today.
Oh, see? They never tell us nothing. Sitting in my tractor pulling out irrigation as we are in a mega drought in Ohio. Watching you guys is calming. I'm glad we're calming. That's too bad you got a drought. Farming, always fun. Did Anneesa learn how to cook borscht?
Not yet. What?
It's soup with cabbages.
We've had.
Good fella, can you travel? You could travel with precious metals, but you have to prove it's yours. Build some easy greenhousing for more heat preservation. What are you eating now? Cracker. Animal crackers. Svetlana, how do people who send you parcels know your address? They ask for it and then we provide it. So I think Anneesa just put it on the bottom here again. Somebody must have. I forget her name now. Tante Maya from the Netherlands actually didn't even get a hold of us. She sent it through a friend of ours here, Andre from the tractors dealership. Your friend Joash from Australia, Rebel Life YouTube channel, just got married. What a surprise. Yes, we were talking about doing a video about it actually to get you guys to go look at their new channel. If you're not aware of who they are, by the way, wonderful family from Australia, moved here 5 years ago. There's a number of them. Joash is the son, and they came with 2 daughters, Sabrina and Anita, and Anita's husband, Justin, and they have 4 children, soon to be 5. And then, of course, John, the father, and his wife. I forget her name. Evelyn. Anyway, wonderful people from Australia, and they have been documenting their trials and tribulations here in Russia as well. They're busy building a house, or they were. Now they're going to renovate a house. And Josh just got married in America, so they actually flew over there for the wedding. I'm not sure how long they're going to be gone. A couple of weeks, probably a month, and then they'll be back again. And they just switched over to a new YouTube channel called Rebel Life, and that's because they lost all monetization on their old channel. And as much as we all enjoy doing these videos, it definitely helps to get paid. And it doesn't pay great always, but it does give you something at least to reimburse you for your time. And they lost all monetization, unfortunately, on their channel. So they had 100,000 subscribers, which is considerable, and nothing. They got paid nothing. So they started a new channel based out of the States, and they need to get new subscribers. Yeah. So everybody can head over there and subscribe to Rebel Life. Even if you don't want to watch it, just hit subscribe, and it'll just boost their numbers. Can't wait to meet you soon. He says that Canadians are in debt. Alina, watch the recording when the broadcast ends. Dimitri, there are no subtitles on YouTube on streams. Those subtitles don't work very well anyway. I have found so many times I make a video and the English-speaking audience understands perfectly what I'm saying, and the Russians don't. And like the strangest comments I get from people who misunderstood what I said. And he said, "Don't be sad. You are the most beautiful mother in the world. Hello from Istanbul."
Thank you.
I don't think she's all that sad.
I'm not sad. I was just thinking.
Any New Year's plans? Yes, in the new year, I plan to work, and work some more. Rabota.
Somebody wanted to know why you changed your mind about construction company. You weren't going to do it, and now you're changing.
I don't have time myself. I have no desire to. But if I can create a job for other people, then it's worthwhile. One of the reasons we came here for many reasons, primarily for our children and for freedom, for Faith Family Farm. But we also came here because we want to use our talents for God's honor and glory for the community around us. We came here to help build community and give back, basically. We feel that God has given us a lot, and we can easily use that for ourselves to build up our own earthly kingdom and, get rich or whatever. But that's not very fulfilling. What kind of a life is that? We would rather spend our time giving back, and that means creating jobs, creating hope, doing what we can to make the world a better place. And one way we can do that is by using our construction talents for the benefit of others, however that might be. So, we have some plans. I'm not going to share them all yet right now, but
you'll probably be working as well.
Yeah, once in a while. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you just don't want it to be your full.
I don't want to be full-time tied away. I want to be home with my wife and children, and I have a lot of plans here.
There's also a need for construction people in this area.
So more and more people came to me and said that, basically, that, there's builders that are needed, and, if we're good at it, we might as well do it. We can start a company, we can build things, we can get paid for that, and we can also then create jobs and help other people.
And one day one of our children might want to do it, right?
Yep.
So.
Yep, we have a few master carpenters in training, so this is true. If anything, I would grow red beets, red cabbage, potatoes, apples. See where the SI going. It's addictive to keep up with you, but duty calls me. I will be praying for this awesome Russian family and chat fellow who is recovering from cancer. Cheers. My lord, hello everyone just entered. Well, did they connect the lights? Yes, we have lights. We even have paint on the wall. Look at this. There's paint. Today there was a video about electricity. With Christmas a few months away, I hope you and your family have fun, like going to the gum fair. What's that? So what fun have you done, and what fun is in store for the future? No idea. I wish you all the best, love and creation. My lord, Svetlana, video with a delay come out. Artie, most categories of baggage have limits, exceeding which is, and it's jumping around, it's hard to read. I don't know. I'll come to Russia to labor for you guys. There you go. Required precious metals and stones that have been processed, weapons. James, is there a Russian equivalent to the Red Seal trade certificate system in Russia? No idea. I've never paid attention to that in Canada either. You either know how to do something or you don't. A lot of people put a lot of stock in education. I don't care if you have an education or not. I want to know that somebody knows what they're doing. There's a lot of kids that are really good at tinkering with cars, fixing cars, and mechanics, and do not have an education. And that's fine. I don't care. You work on my car anytime. As long as you know what you're doing. There's also a lot of people that have a degree and haven't got a clue.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that graduate construction school and don't know how to build anything.
The best, I find the best doctors and nurses are the old-fashioned doctors and the old nurses that had probably the quarter of the education that they have nowadays. Like, very small amount of education, but they've learned with common sense. Like, and you see that all the time when you go into a doctor's office and you got this young person rated head of university or college, and they ask you a gazillion questions, and
we had that,
and they like common sense isn't there. And then you go to an older doctor that's obviously had older education and has common sense, and it just boom on the ball, right? And I find that.
And it's funny, for most people, education still matters. I think they'll clue in eventually that it really doesn't mean anything.
Some education.
Well, it depends on what you're doing,
Absolutely,
yes. Yes, but a lot of the very wealthy business owners, Elon Musk would be one of them. He doesn't care if he got a degree. He's come out and said that already. It doesn't mean anything. Everybody gets a degree. He wants to know that you're passionate about the job and that you know what you're doing. That's what really matters. Do you have what it takes to do the job, right?
I remember years ago, somebody that we knew had an infection in their toe, and I happened to be at the event with them. It was like a gathering, a family gathering, and I happened to notice that her toe was infected, and I'm like, oh, well, I just got a bottle of water or a bowl of water and put salt in it and soaked her foot in it, and squeezing it to get all the gucky and stuff out of it. And somebody said to me, oh, you should be a nurse. You should be a nurse. You know, you're so, and I thought, like, to me, it was just common sense. You can't leave the infection inside the toe. You got to get it out, right? Like, anyway, that's, to me, was just common sense. It's, you don't have to be a nurse or educated to clue into just common sense.
Yep. Education should have a purpose, 100%. So many people just go to school now. It's silly. Oh, where do we go? Well, you know, all you need now is the trim, somebody said. And so that's already been started. There's no video on that yet either, but I mean, there's only a few of you here, so I'll let you know. The trim for upstairs, all the upstairs window trim is laying right over there. Got it all cut, and it's all been stained. I don't do the staining. Cora did it all? Or did you do some? My lovely wife used to do all the staining.
I just overshadowed her to make sure she's doing it right.
All right, so now Cora's taking that over. She's stained it all and put 2 coats of urethane on it all. So one more coat of urethane and then
Maybe 2.
and 2, and then it's going up. And then my sawhorse is full. So once that's up, then I will cut all the baseboard trims. We make all our own trim. Have quite a few houses. Saves quite a bit of money. It's just solid wood trim. So yep. Upstairs first, that'll be all done. Flooring is up there too. You don't know that either. Shh. I didn't tell you that either.
Hey, you're terrible.
Yeah.
Why are they? They're never gonna watch their videos.
Please still watch the video.
Right, we don't get much money out of these lives.
No, but they'll still watch the video. Maybe the flooring's not on it.
If our video watch time is down,
It's dropped. It's my fault.
Your fault.
All right. Well, I apologize ahead of the time. What Christian denomination are you? We're not. We don't belong to any denomination. I find most modern churches, and by modern I mean anything in the last 500-600 years, are off the mark. Not necessarily all. I don't know them all, but a lot of them are way off the mark. And so we haven't belonged to any denomination for a long time. We search for biblical truth. We read the Bible, we study the Bible, and we believe everything needs to fit with the Bible. So we stay open-minded and keep friends in all places, I guess. But it doesn't mean that the people in all the churches are bad. It's just that a lot of the churches, in our opinion, are not heading in the right direction. There's all kinds of religions in Russia as long as they have good values that Russia has. Yes. Agree with you about education. I enjoyed seeing your family playing with deaf children at the Russian Museum. Yeah, that was a really fun time.
I really want to go back to that.
I enjoyed that as well. Aaron, how would you rate the quality of lumber in Russia, and is there building code inspectors? How would you compare them to North America? The lumber, excellent, that I found
here.
But our friends in Altai could not find any nice lumber like that. They only had not so nice lumber, and they were quite jealous of our lumber. So here I have found great source. I always buy it from the same guy now, but there seems to be lots of good lumber available here. Very good quality. As far as building inspectors, I haven't got a clue. I haven't met one yet. 34 outdoor. I've sent mail twice now. If you want me to resend it again, no problem. I hope to get a reply from you. 34 outdoor sounds familiar, but I don't recall. If I've seen your mail, I would have replied. The only option is maybe it's going to the junk mail, but yeah, please try again. My apologies. Dallas Fish. Yeah, hence the term educated idiot. Yes, spicy. Education should have a purpose. Ray, hi guys. Life skills from the University of Life is all that's required. Amen. Yep. Now, there are certain places that require you to get an education or they won't let you work. And, you know, it is what it is. But I'm not one of those people. I don't care if you have an education. It may be useful. It may not be. I prefer that you have experience.
I find practice in something.
Yep. And really, I mean, what is education? I've told this, I don't know, 1,000 times. You go to college and you're getting an education. You're getting a degree from who? From someone who knows more about it than you do. That is the same thing you get in real life. If you work at a job and you train from your boss or whoever, they're going to be able to teach you things that you don't know, and you will get an education from someone who knows more than you do. It's no different. You learn a lot of this stuff through experience and also being a parent. Yes. Good fellow. Liberty guy, off-grid Russia is not that much into lumber. They might build a barn from lumber, but definitely not houses. Traditional religions, including Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, and Judaism. Jonathan, if Elon came knocking at your door, say around Christmas, would you take him in for a bit?
If he brings his money.
Elon, you talking Elon Musk? Yeah, why not? Yeah, we'll let him in.
No.
Even without his money,
I
sure.
know, I'm just kidding.
He seems like a likable enough guy, actually. Ariel, traditional values including life, dignity, human rights, freedoms, patriotism, as well as high moral ideas, strong traditional family values, historical memory, others. Amen. I look at you from the very beginning. Why did you choose Russia? After all, there are many other places more suitable for agriculture. It's not just about agriculture, it's about future. Most other places have no future. And I'm going to say this again about America. There are good places in America, but what is staggering, shocking, just blows my mind is that the election is still neck and neck, okay? 50-50. There's still a good chance that the Democrats will win again. That is what scares me about America. There's still that many people with their head in the sand. And Canada is not much different. It's still like 50-50. You know, we've had, what, 8-10 years of this liberal government in Canada that has destroyed the country. And it's still 50-50, meaning half the people are still happy with it. That's what's wrong. There's very little hope when that many people are so ill-guided. Christus, my young daughters and I enjoy watching your videos. I respect your dedication to traditional Christian values. Lord willing, America will turn back to God in mass. God bless you and Russian hosts. Thank you very much. Yo, Garina, make common sense common again. Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, so the last number of years we've been saying common sense is not common anymore. Right? Stop eating as you speak.
My apologies.
My apologies. Our team, if the value of precious metals exceeds 25,000, they cannot be considered goods for personal use. And if their value exceeds 1 million rubles, criminal liability is imposed on the declarant. There you go. Jax, do they have rules and regulations for building a house in Russia? And do they have inspectors that check your work at all times like UK? No, it's not at all like Canada. It's much easier. They do have some rules and some regulations, but much more relaxed than in Canada. Do you think there's a big possibility of civil unrest after the US election? A lot of people seem to think so in getting prepared. Absolutely. Yep. Both ways, no matter if either side wins or loses. All right. If the Democrats lose, there is a lot of crazy people with blue hair that are going to just throw a fit. We've seen that already. When Trump was elected last time, when you had all of these riots and people throwing cop cars and starting fires. Look at Portland, Oregon. Look at the mess that was created there. 100% there will be unrest if the Republicans win. And if the Republicans lose, I think there's a good chance that the conservative folks in Canada are not going to take another loss. They feel the election was stolen the last time, and they're going to think so again. And yeah, I think there definitely would be a lot of unrest, unfortunately. BC election last night, neck and neck, PC on mainland and NDP on the islands. Interesting, eh? Like a dog in a cage, they find it uncomfortable until let out a while. Andy, what are the firearms laws? No idea. Valerie, Arend and Anneesa, you made my day on Friday. I did not want to go outside that day, but had to go to OBI. It was a big surprise to meet you there. Yeah, it was nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you.
And thank you for just saying hi. I appreciate that. And anybody that sees us anywhere, just feel welcome. We're normal people. Come on over, say hello, shake our hands.
Yeah,
if you want a photo, great.
Yeah,
if you don't,
we said though that it would have been nice though if people would start sending us the photos.
Yeah, we thought that we could start posting them on Telegram. All the different people that we've met now. It's kind of neat.
Yeah, they snap the pictures of us and then they take off. But I've thought of that. I'm like, after I should have told them to send it to us.
Yeah, yeah. Good fella. Ronald lives in Krasnodar and comes from Texas. Yep, I know the Ronald you're talking about. Are you going to open internet shop in the future?
We hope so.
For the farm. Yes. Sorry, I thought maybe like, are we going to start selling internet? I'm like, no, I carpentry, farming, and kind of got my hands full. Is there free market capitalism where you're at? Yeah, you can go do whatever you like. Growing up, is there great private medical coverage for foreigners? I know there are certain qualifications for Russian coverage. However, I think their plan is universal and residents can participate. I have no idea. I don't know what medical coverage. I just know the medical care here is fairly cheap. Okay. If you have to get a surgery and stay in the hospital for like 3 days, it's going to cost you, what did we figure the other day? $1,000 or something. So very cheap compared to American and Canadian standards. Anyway, I'll need 14,000 for own business then in Russia. Johnny, much appreciated. Tomorrow I'll look at the translation. Good evening, my favorite family. All the best to you over there. Many blessings. What are the homeschooling laws? It is 100% legal in Russia to homeschool. That is another reason why we came here. If it wasn't legal for homeschooling, we likely would not be here. Homeschooling is very important to us. We're always watching you. If you need a Russian language teacher, connect with me. We very well might need some more this winter. Feel free to send us an email. We will be looking for more tutors. In Nizhny Novgorod region, we have free gas delivery to your home. Have you already submitted an application to receiving heat? No. Oksana, hello from Alberta. Hello. Are the people in Russia really rude? No.
Not easy.
Not at all.
I'm sure there's rude people here.
Well, I'm sure they exist. Everybody has a bad day, but no. State construction supervision is carried out during the construction of capital construction facilities, during the reconstruction of capital construction facilities. Biomedical insurance. I'm also named Ronald, living in Texas and Krasnodar when I'm in Russia. Talking about me? Oh, there's another Ron that I know. Ron from Texas. I love your channel. Best wishes. Next week, the Big Bricks meeting is going to take place in Kazan. Yeah, that'll be a pretty good meeting, I think. Playing the game. Hi from St. Pete. Taking part in the live stream for the first time. Have been watching your videos and praying for your extraordinary family all the time. You are truly role model parents.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on the live, and thank you for your kind words. The Farmers McCoy. Hi from Silver Water on beautiful Manitoulin Island. I do miss that island.
Hi.
Beautiful
Thanks
island.
for joining us.
Yes, thank you very much. Beautiful Manitoulin. Yes, we so rude that start kissing every people.
Yeah. It's like, is that dog really that mean? And then he licks you to death. It's the same. They just hug you to death and send you wonderful gifts.
John Boy, great job with the house. Good fella. We're talking about Ronald Goodyear, retired pilot. Yes. Mallory, who did you meet at the immigration conference? Oh, there's a whole whack of people there.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
Man. I can't tell you all of them.
No, I couldn't tell you all their names.
Don't when you're talking.
Your turn to talk.
Now you gotta chew. You done chewing yet?
I would say there was probably 10 different bloggers there. I don't know them all, actually. Some of them I've never seen before in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Only, I think his name is Daniel, isn't it?
There's
Wild
probably
Siberia
more.
is the only one that I recognize. Oh no, Tim
No,
Kirby. Tim Kirby was there. I
was
recognized him.
The other one, Eddie.
Oh, Eddie was there. Yeah, I knew Eddie too. Yeah.
And
What's Eddie's channel? Can't remember it either now.
no, I'm a terrible person for that.
If you ever watch Joe Rose's, then you would know who Eddie is, because they spend some time together once in a while. Joe Rose is expat American, if you're not familiar with that. Who else was there? Well, Gleason was there. Of course, he doesn't do video vlogs, but he does like actual blogging. Joe Schutzman, yeah. What's his channel? At Home in Russia. He was there. There's a few people. Yeah. How did your neck go? We haven't solved a whole lot with that yet. We did do some MRIs and stuff. Sounds like I have a, what do they call it, herniated disc in my neck. At least one, maybe more.
Mm-hmm.
And I have some kind of a fracture in my shoulder. It's interesting what you can all work with all summer, I guess. Yeah.
I'd say your shoulder's probably healed. It's just
It's an
healed.
old one, maybe. We're not sure. We have to go back to the guy. We got the test done now. I gotta go back. As well as gallbladder
Issues. Yeah.
Yes. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Where we go? We're doing renovations during 5 years at our 2-bedroom flat, and you build a house in 3 months. It's amazing. I have lots of helpers. Moscow photographer. That's right. Ed from Texas. Yeah. Yeah, he's a super nice guy.
He is. He's really
And he
sweet.
seemed like a nice guy. I've talked to him on a live before, and this is the first time meeting him in person. But he's just as nice, just a really nice guy,
really
genuinely nice guy.
soft.
Yeah. What is the Australian John's last name? Hare, not to be confused with the other Hares. The one is H-A-R-E. I think the other one is H-A-I-R or something like that. So there's Hares from America, and then there's John Hare and his family from Australia. 2 different families, not related. Johnny, never mind. My lord, healthy homestead. If it is not exotic pets, it is easy. So difficult to bring to Russia. There are 4 hands, me and my husband.
We should probably call it.
Yeah, we're gonna call it. Again, thanks for introducing us to Russia. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. It's been an hour and a half. I think I committed to an hour last time. I was going to say, okay, we're going to cut it short at an hour.
Yeah.
Here we are, an hour and a half. It's been a slice, as always. We enjoyed talking to you guys. We appreciate it, and we hope you guys do as well. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up if you haven't done so already, and watch the videos. We got more videos coming out this week. Lots more work has been done, and we'll be sharing that with you guys. So God bless you all. Hope you have a great week, and we'll catch you guys another day. Where's the X? Gotta find the X.